Welcome to GearCheckGames. This is part 28 of our commentary for The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker HD. Last time we paid a revisit to Windfall Island, but in this part we're going to head towards the Wind Temple. Wait a minute.
You don't sound too sure about that.
I forgot something.
No. Oh no.
Yes, I completely forgot about the Iron Boots.
Yay!
Which are at the opposite end of the map from where we are right now, so we're going to have to warp.
Yay!
God, yeah, see, like, after I finished the Earth Temple, I was like, oh, I gotta go to Gale Island next, so I'll just warp up to Windfall, and, like, it'll be perfect. Like, I'll hit Windfall on the way, wrap up a few loose ends, and go straight to the Wind Temple. No! I forgot, I had to go and get the Iron Boots.
Oops. What
I
is
swear,
it?
this is just, I won't stand for this injustice, Nintendo. What is wrong with you?
Does the screen not wrap when you get to the top of the map? Does it not take you to the bottom? Is it not also?
No, because the Earth is flat, Trey.
Yeah, moron. Yeah, if you go to the edge of the map, the King of Red Lions will be like, oh, Link, I don't know about this. Better turn around. And then he makes you turn around.
That old fogey's a flat earther. He thinks you'll fall off the Earth.
Oh, bless him.
I just listened to a podcast today about a flat earther book that halfway through becomes like Nazi propaganda, and like the hosts like start making fun of it like hardcore in the middle of it. I'm just like, how did it come to this?
Who knows? Anyway, as is customary, as we approach this new island, we gotta feed the fish. Much in the vein of Fire Mountain, we're gonna have to use one of our new magic arrows to access this island. In this case, we've got a big dragon head spewing like icy breath out, so we need to warm it up with a fire arrow to be able to go inside and claim our prize.
What do you think the fish sounds like when you talk to him?
Okay. Except a little higher pitched, because you know, I'm not the world's best voice actor. I don't know if you've noticed.
Because I'm getting a massive like Jamaican vibe off the fish.
Oh no.
It's like, oh, Link. I'm not gonna do the rest of that.
Okay. Good choice. Anywho, yeah, we gotta. Okay, for a second I could have sworn I just shot an ice arrow into that thing.
It gets even colder, freezes the entire Great Sea.
Yeah. I think this is the only area in the game that has like slippery ice floors too, which is kind of fun.
I didn't think there was ice in the Caribbean.
Yeah, well, you learn something new every day. See, that's where Pirates 6 is going to be set.
Oh no.
Was there anywhere else in the game that had slippery floors that wasn't ice?
I don't think so.
Huh.
Yeah, I
That's
don't think
weird.
there is. I mean, there's the lava place. Is there an ice dungeon outside of this?
No.
Nope. I kind of wonder if, like, less so in the case of Fire Mountain, but, you know, this place has, like, completely unique assets. Like, I wonder if at one point in the development they intended to have this dungeon, or this area be, like, a full dungeon, and they had assets made for it, but they just didn't have time to, like, finish the puzzles.
Like the ice cave?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
a mini
maybe.
dungeon
Oh.
or something?
In Ocarina, yeah.
It always comes back to that, doesn't it?
It all comes back to Ocarina.
Yep.
That
Such is the
weird.
way of Zelda.
Hey, Majora had a proper ice dungeon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's true.
It was a good dungeon.
Another reason why Majora is the best. Oh, what?
You know it's not the best.
I hate the ice physics in this game, by the way, because it's stuff like that. Where you just get to the edge and it just stops your momentum instead of letting you jump.
Well, see, what I was trying to do there, in the N64 games, if you roll off of an Link. Okay, first of all, Link does not have a jump button, or this game does not have a jump button. 3D Zelda,
Right.
up until Breath of the Wild, did not have a jump button.
Yeah.
Instead, you just run off the ledge and Link will automatically jump, which I've heard from people who got into Zelda like later in life is kind of a roadblock. Like, it feels awkward and unnatural to them, which is understandable. But in the N64 games, if you roll right before Link jumps off of a ledge, you'll inherit the momentum of your roll and jump a lot farther.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They took that out in this one, I guess for the sake of stability, possibly, but I still find myself trying it sometimes, and as you can see there, wasn't quite what the game designers had in mind, and yeah, that bat just completely sniped me.
I think I can see why they didn't have ice physics in the
I
rest of the game.
was literally going to say maybe they didn't do it in any other parts of the game because they did it here and they realized how much it sucks.
Yeah, Dude, look at that. Like I was just trying to stay in the tube.
So a fun Zelda fact. So for people that aren't as familiar with this game, this area has like a really long path to get to the other side, and then a short path that's blocked by a torrent of wind, which obviously like is supposed to block you until you get the iron boots to just like walk through the wind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also a secret hole in the like if you walk in there or into where the wind is coming out, and the hole is close enough that you can actually just roll into it without the iron boots.
Oh, really?
So if you just like roll into it, you can just come out like the other side. Like if you come back out and then just go left instead of right, then you can just skip this entire side part. I think.
Wait, this part's
I know you can
timed?
get into the hole, but like I haven't actually like used it to skip through the oh, or you could just do that.
Yeah, you know I'm getting stressed out when I have to pause the game to switch my items. But disaster averted.
If you die before you get out of here with the ice boots, do you have to redo the puzzle?
Yeah, you respawn like in the King of Red Lions, and you have to shoot another fire arrow in, and
Or if you run out of time on the timer.
yeah. My only advice: don't run out of time.
My only advice: don't suck.
Oh man, that is a satisfying clang.
Yeah, they the iron boots in this game have quite a bit more of an impact than they do in Ocarina of Time, I think. Both in terms of the sound design and their utility. They really slow you down in Wind Waker.
Whoa.
And I have no idea what that big artifact on the screen...
I don't know either. Because you're not emulating this.
No.
That's
I
weird.
I don't really have the means to. But, yeah. So yeah, this is another rather pointless room.
It's just full of enemies?
Just full of enemies, just another opportunity to get rupees, but I figured, it's on the way, might as well show it off.
Fight them. Wait, there's like no heart piece or anything in here?
Oh.
There's a chest with an orange rupee in it. And a dark nut. You like dark nuts, right?
Oh, he's a gold one. He's pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, I realized, I'm jumping the gun a bit, but as I was going back over my footage, I realized during the Earth Temple, we mentioned that the Wind Temple has no unique, normal enemies in it. That is actually technically incorrect. There are different tiers of dark nuts that have the exact same behavior, but slightly different. I think there's a caped variety where you have to cut the cape off. Yeah. That guy's invincible for some reason. You have to slice their cape off before you can, get rid of their armor. And there's one of those in a room in the Wind Temple.
Mm.
So, yeah, correction there.
I forgot that we powered up the Master Sword. I was like, why is it glowing?
Mm-hmm. Because everything in this game glows, Trey.
Yeah. It's that goddamn bloom lighting.
Ah! Yeah. Anywho, last time we're coming up on the next plot relevant thing. So last time we agreed we're going to talk about the side quests in this game and how they relate to the side quests in other Zelda games, or how they stack up in terms of quality. Rather.
Actually, before we go on to that, I have to know because I can't trust my own memory. Was that another instance of you,
No, that was not an edit.
Okay.
That was not an edit. That actually happens.
Okay, yeah, because I thought I remembered that happening in the, actual game, but then I remembered you did that thing in the, that other, side area
Yeah.
And then I started to doubt myself.
It's okay, Dan. We're all slowly losing our minds.
Anyway, back to what you were saying.
Yes, side quests. I always like to show that
Never
off.
mind, these ice
it's
physics
funny.
are the best.
Is this a brawl?
Yes. Anywho, Dan, I'll let you take the floor. How did the side quests in this game stack up to other Zelda games for you? Both in terms of characters and, like, content.
Let's see. Well, I mean, obviously, Majora's Mask has the best side quests. Because, like, that's like half the game, pretty much.
That's the game's bread and butter, yeah.
Yeah. But as far as, like, related to the other Zelda games, it's weird for me because, like, when you look at them, like, on paper, it's... This game has a lot of, like, variety of different side quests and, you know, varying depth of side quests.
Yeah.
And, like, all these different characters and things involved in the side quests. But if I'm being honest, like, I have a hard time remembering a lot of the side quests in this game. And it's probably just because, like, I haven't played this... Well, I don't know. I definitely played this one a fair share of times. But it probably... Like, it doesn't, I guess, have as much... like, it doesn't stick in my head as much as Ocarina of Time. Probably because Ocarina of Time was, like, my first 3D Zelda game. And I played, like... I played the bejesus out of that game. But getting away from that and looking at more, like, less purely subjective kind of stuff, I don't know, I feel maybe the fact that a lot of the side quests are concentrated in one town might, like, make it harder for me to distinguish them.
Well, and also make the rest of the game feel kind of bare by comparison, if, like, that's what you consider to be, like, meaningful content.
Yeah, like, when I think about the side quests in Wind Waker, I think my mind initially goes to, like, what are the side quests in all these different areas? And then, like, which leads to me, like, being at kind of a loss, because, like, most of them are concentrated at Windfall.
We can continue this conversation, but I just want to point out, again, for people who are not as familiar with the series, this character here is a member of the Kokiri tribe from Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
The perpetual children that the Koroks in this game are descended from. Or rather, transformed from.
The weird thing is that I think his name is Fado.
Yeah, there was a character in Ocarina of Time who shared that same name, but it was a girl.
Yeah, there's a character in Ocarina of Time who's also named Fado, but she is a girl and also looks completely different.
Yeah.
So I wonder if maybe it was, like, just a coincidence, or maybe they're related somehow, or...
Yeah. Might have just been a case of Nintendo just kind of, you know... It's not a big deal. Let's just reuse the name, whatever. I mean, I hate to like make them out to be lazy or whatever, but
well, I think
they're not.
I think Fado was like the only, aside from Link, Saria, and Mido, I think Fado was the only other named Kokiri.
Yeah, the only one that doesn't have, like, other characters who share their model.
Yeah, the rest were like the triplets or the twins or whatever. Which was a clever way of hand waving the whole reusing models.
Yeah. Hey, at least they thought about it.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm being honest, when I was a kid, it didn't even stick out to me that they all looked the same, because I was like, oh yeah, they're twins and triplets and stuff. It makes sense.
Anywho, Trey, you got any thoughts on side quests, one way or the other?
I didn't do a lot of the side quests when I played this game the first time, mostly because I was watching my friend play it. But I like the side quests we've done so far.
Yeah.
My impression is they seem like they're as quirky as most Zeldas, if not a little bit like mundane. But a lot of side quests can be. I like them.
Yeah, that's a good point you raise. I think it's for me, it's the characters that sell the side quests more so than like what you're actually doing. And I feel like that's kind of why for me it comes up a little shorter than something like Majora, because that game, you know, it has these great characters and they're great stories, but also the stuff you're doing is exciting and interesting. Like, you know, with I think the top tier example would be like the Ranch Girls side quest from that game.
Oof.
I need a new shtick. But yeah, you know, that side quest has got good characters, a good story, and it's fun to like ride around on horseback and shoot things with arrows.
Yeah, I was actually just going to say that I feel like one of the big parts of why the side quests in this game didn't really stick with me as much is maybe because just the characters themselves didn't stick with me quite as much for whatever reason that I'll have to give more thought probably. But yeah, although I will say this game has one of my favorite Zelda side quests of all time, which is... Can you guess it?
Was it the rich family and the poor family getting swapped and all of the ensuing drama?
No, actually, no. It was the pictograph side quest.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty fun.
That was a good laugh.
To this day, I don't know if you get any kind of reward for collecting all of them, but to me, just like collecting them is enough of a reward.
Oh, you mean like the figurines?
Yeah,
side
the figurines.
Quest?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought you were talking about Lenzo.
Oh, I mean that's also pretty fun. Since it's more like it's more like puzzly, I guess. The quest is to solve riddles and or like the quest is to solve kind of like to solve problems rather than to like go to point B and collect thing and come back to point A, which is inherently more interesting to me.
By the way, I know we've been completely disregarding what's been happening on the screen, and that's fine. I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. We're just doing kind of the same thing we did with Medley.
Yeah.
I did not edit in that applause. That is actually in the game, and I've never understood it. It's like, are the gods applauding? Or the... Yes.
I figured it was just part of like the memory.
Maybe
like Fado's memory.
Yeah, like Fado was a performer or something.
That's interesting. I never thought of that. See, that's why I'm glad I have you guys here, because you think about these things and interpret them differently than I do.
Yeah. Also, we just went past it, but it caught my eye when you were on the map, and it greatly bothered me that that marker right there is not lined up with the square.
Oh, yeah.
Your CDO is acting up.
I don't know if that's... Is that how they always look?
I wouldn't... Maybe it's just more obvious because of the increased resolution, but I don't know. Yeah. Maybe they, like, misaligned it for the port. In which case, what the hell, Nintendo? What were you thinking? I can't even play this anymore.
I wanted to point something out during Fado's his
performance
piece,
that we completely talked over.
Yeah, his I don't know, what do you call the wand that you strike across the violin?
The bow. The bow, yeah.
Yeah, the bow. The bow looked like a spear from Breath of the Wild.
Uh-huh.
Oh, really? I wonder if they. I wonder if that's just a coincidence. Well, hopefully next time we'll be able to stay a little bit more focused on what's happening on screen. So join us then. We're going to start on the Wind Temple.
Yay.
Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.